I always like to get things on sale anymore these days. Unless it's something like this that I really know I want to play right out the gate. Oftentimes I'm waiting for stuff to just wait for them to go on sale, because sales happen so often anymore. Yeah. The only downside is there's some games, like, for example, like the Total War series, where the sale price is pretty high to start with, and then oftentimes you're not getting much better than like a 20-25% discount, so it's still a fairly expensive game, but I guess, you know, any little bit of discount helps sometimes. I always oftentimes wonder why it picks what mix it does to put in here, because it's like, why is the fire starter there? I don't know, and I'm pretty did I not paint that fire starter ever? I guess I didn't. Alright, well, in any case, again, it's completely reordered things. I really wish it would save the order you put the mechs in so that I could remember where they are, but the fact that they change location all the times is very confusing. But in any case, the Javelin, I have to pretty much pick a mech to get rid of at this point, to sell. I'm leaning towards getting rid of the fire starter, because I don't know if it's all that useful anymore. The main use that the Javelin would have is it's 5 tons lighter. But I think I would much rather use the Jenner over the fire starter. That's actually a difficult assessment, though. Then again, are we ever going to need a mech that's 30 tons? I'm not sure about that. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to sell the Javelin. And then we'll bring a lot of these mechs that we have in cold storage over here and sell those. I think I'm going to sell all of these. I don't think I'm going to keep anything, because I kind of like the idea of having one slot open so that we can move some stuff around. Interestingly enough, these mechs in cold storage kept their weapons, but if I had brought this into cold storage, I think it would remove them. So if you don't choose to put it in cold storage, it does not remove the weapons, it seems like. Well, in any case, let's go ahead, go to the market. This will give us a lot of money. Javelin is going to go bye-bye. And then we're going to go... This is going to be somewhat tedious, but... We're going to do this one at a time. So start with the Assassin. Go to Market. Go to Inventory. Sell it. Go back to the Battle Mechs. Grab the Centurion. So the main difference of this variant is that it removes the lasers and upgrades the LRM-10, which would normally be on the mech, to an LRM-20. It probably downgrades the armor to or something. It has to do something to get that kind of tonnage. So yeah, we're just going to sell that. Wait a second. I hope I didn't accidentally buy something. I don't think I did. No, I don't think I did. All right. AH. Sell. Hold on. I may have said that backwards. Yeah, it's an AC-20 as opposed to an AC-10. I think I said LRM-10, LRM-20. Oh, my mind is in a different place today. Okay, let me go ahead and get the Locust out of here. And this is also oftentimes not in order either. So, because that slot should have been the top, but yet it wasn't at the top. Maybe it's an alphabetical order or something. I don't know. I guess we could confirm that. So inventory. Yeah, it does appear to be an alphabetical order. Oh, you could sort it by different things, I guess. All right. So we're up to almost 10 million. That works for me. Okay. So we're here. I'd like to come here. Do we do... I don't think that it makes sense to do the repairs because we know we're going to need to do them anyway. Might as well jump to the location we're going to jump to and then do the repairs, because this is going to be some time to wait. And who knows, we could buy some good weapon systems to upgrade things. Always a possibility, I guess. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to jump to here. We're still kind of in that position where it's like, from a monetary standpoint, I don't really have to push so hard for contracts because we're right back to having almost 10 million. I mean, as a matter of fact, we would have had a lot more money if I had been selling these mechs more regularly. I guess I've just been kind of putting them off. But hey, they're sold now, so. Okay, we got a lot of rare weapon systems here. Nothing really jumps out at me as being necessarily ultra worth it. Okay, let's go to the market first. Have another... Oh, there's a trebuchet. Very tempting. We could probably use a good 50-ton mech. This isn't even all that damaged either. I think that's a no-brainer. This is a good variant of the Centurion, but I'm going to leave it go. We've been kind of waiting for something like this, so I think this is perfect. We'll go ahead and pick that up. Okay, now for the equipment. We have some high-quality AC-20s. A rare AC2. High quality PPC. Quality level 2 LRM-15s, which we can upgrade the trebuchet we just got. Probably a good idea. So I'll buy both of those. Okay. Don't think we need anything else. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So let me go ahead and go to our battle mech, so we know we're going to have some repairs to do. Now, if we got any extra mechs, I really don't know what I would do as far as being able to sell mechs. I guess the Assassin has kind of gone beyond its useful point. We would obviously want to strip its weapons out first because it has very high quality SRM-4s. Frankly, we might want to strip those. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think there's a call to strip most of everything that's in this Assassin right now. Like, is there anything else that I'm, like, overlooking as far as, like, there's a really high-quality weapon system somewhere where it's not really being used? I don't think so. The Assassin would be the main one. Okay. Well... let me go ahead and do that while I'm thinking about it. This is just going to be a simple replacement with lower quality components. So we have the higher quality components for other mechs. You know, we have a couple of these higher... I don't know. I don't think this is a frontline mech anymore. So it kind of doesn't make sense to have such high quality equipment in it. We might not actually be using that many more SRM-4s at anything, you know, like, I think the only other one that we have would be the Shadowhawk. And I think it's already at quality 2, but we'll just go to quality 1 and, you know, make sure. So, there we go. Start work. We've kind of reduced the effectiveness of this mech, but that's okay. It's not a frontline mech. We might use it in some circumstances where tonnage is short and we do need a 40-ton mech, absolutely. But otherwise, I think definitely it makes sense to strip that guy of its weapon systems. Unfortunately, we won't have those back until this is done. So we're going to have to make do with whatever quality of weapons we have right now. So the Centurion, I don't think it would really improve in any way, so I'm just going to go ahead and repair that. Similar story with the Blackjack. I don't even know if I'd want to upgrade it even if I had the equipment to do so. I mean, it's possible I do. Like, if I have AC2s that are higher quality, I mean, why not use them? Unfortunately, I only have one of these. From what I've been told, having mixed types of autocans really causes the AI a lot of problems. So... Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, I should double check, make sure they don't have double heat sinks. Something I keep forgetting. Just see single heat sinks. Yeah, okay. So that's done. Let's go ahead and swap over to... Let's do the Thunderbolt here. Maybe we can do some modifications with that. Oh yeah, this is just gonna... Okay. Do some modifications with this. So, edit loadout. Do we have the higher quality medium lasers in it? We have one. And then machine guns, we have 2 of these quality level 3. I see no reason why not to equip those. Okay. And then I guess we'll go ahead and equip one of the quality level 2 medium lasers. This is going to be a mech we use for a while. It's going to take time to upgrade it like we want. Just from a standpoint of getting the equipment. But I think every little bit that we improve, the better. So we just increase the damage output by 1. Which is really good. Okay, that's all done. Alright, let's hop over into the trebuchet. Edit the loadout here. Okay, so the main thing we're going to be doing here is just upgrading the missile systems with these good LRM-15s we just bought. Now, one thing I oftentimes find with the trebuchet is that it runs hot and it doesn't have very much endurance. I don't know in this game if that really translates. I would imagine it still runs hot because that's something it would do regardless of which version. Tabletop game, Battletech, I think it's going to run hot. So something I often do is I strip out one of the medium lasers and give it some more endurance. But I honestly think I'm just going to keep it as default right now. I mean, the damage that it does is really crazy high. Especially as you've upgraded those LRM-15s. I think this trebuchet is going to be absolutely devastating. Hopefully it has the armor protection to stop itself from dying. But if we put it in the back, I think it will be okay. We'll have to see. We'll find out when we do it and it gets murdered. Okay. So, pretty simple job. It still is going to take 20 days because for whatever reason this takes an absolute huge amount of time. Okay. Do we have anything we can do to improve this? Probably quality 2 medium lasers we're still waiting for. Which we kind of put in the Thunderbolt. Maybe a mistake, but it's fine. Eventually we'll get the quality 3 SRM-4 in here, which will be nice. Yeah, I think we're pretty much as good as we can have, unless we can go to the market and buy more higher quality medium lasers, which I didn't see here earlier, so let's go to our own inventory, see if there's anything we could sell, like, for example, these LRM-10s. Sell those. Yeah, I think we're good. We could probably sell one of these AC-5s. Just gonna sell one. Okay, we're at almost 5.7 million. And I'm happy where we're at. We got a trebuchet, which is exactly something I was looking for. At this point, I'm probably looking for a catapult as well. But we really don't have the room for that kind of tonnage, whereas the trebuchet is going to be a lot easier to use because it's only 50 ton. Okay. Let's go to the star map. Actually, hold on. Let me go home, make sure we have no transmissions. Okay. Now we'll go to the star map. Now, I could go to New Hessen and continue to look for stuff, but Frankly, I just want to get over here to Ronald and do that mission. What is the time scale of when our work's going to get done? So we're looking at most 20 days. So preferably we want to travel that kind of distance. We could go over here. There's a black market here. And plenty of contracts. And it would be exactly 20 days away. Then Ronald would also be only 20 days away at that point, because I'm assuming we go new roads then to that location. So yeah, let's come over here. What year are we even at? We're at 3018, so we started in 3015. It's been over 3 years. Which, if, you know, we're looking at like the BattleTech video game, I think there's a 3-year period in between the if you're doing the campaign, like the events that start the campaign, like your tutorial section more or less, and then when you start running your company. Okay, we're here. We do have a pending transmission, the Traitor. A once noble mech warrior marched into battle under the flag of the Draconis Combine. This warrior represented the best of Cretan ideals, bringing honor, loyalty, and courage onto the battlefield. Unfortunately, this warrior has abandoned the Bushido Code. Not only did they lose their way, they corrupted other sons and daughters of the Dragon with their false promises of Davian protection. These defectors have crossed the enemy border and are currently beyond our reach, but they are not beyond yours. 2-Star Systems house known Krita defectors. We request that you raid both worlds and purge them of the cowards. The arm of the dragon's justice is long, and your cooperation shall extend its reach even further. Not sure I want to do this one. Because the Draconis Combine hates me. So we're not going to get a lot of rewards out of this, because I can't put very many negotiation points, because we get so many minuses from how much they hate us. So we don't get paid very well from this, and the end bonus, we don't know what the question marks are going to be, but this does not pay much. It's only 300,000, and the reputation is good, but I don't know. I'll think about it. I assume that's the one that's going to be over here. I mean, I guess that's not too far away from Draconis Combine space. Now, one advantage we could do is we could sacrifice the Davian relationship to gain one with House Krita, because there's probably a point where we're going to be in their space and really need them to not hate us. But it's really nice to have a 25% discount, I'll tell you that much. Well, let's see what contracts are here before we make a decision. So we do have a Capellan one. We would be fighting House Davian. This one we're fighting House Krita, and this one we're fighting House Liao. We really do need to start getting a relationship up with the Capellans, because we're about to enter Capellan space. I don't know if we're going to be there long, but it might be a good idea to start getting relationships up with them. We could also do missions if we want to. We only have 175-ton drop weight. This is very low from what we're used to. The difficulty is dropped, so I guess it makes sense. House Davian forces are hiding away on this particular planet, presumably so they can stage a surprise attack on one of our settlements. We're putting out a call for a mercenary company willing to drop in and destroy key structures, which should grind their plans to a halt. So this would be good from a standpoint of it gets our relationship up. Right now, we get a -1 with them, but we would have 5 negotiation points. With that being the case, there, I don't think, is much way. I mean, we could get up to 12 shares and maybe get a good salvage out of that. I'm going to go with 10 and get our damage coverage. We're not going to get paid necessarily a lot, but again, I'm trying to get these guys to not hate my guts. So 598,850 is our total potential payout. I will accept this contract. Okay. The question is, what can we do with 175 tons? Because we're well over that now. So this is a 70-ton mech, so if I ran it, we'd only have 105 tons to work with. So I think... I don't even know... Wait a second. Did I forget to repair the Grasshopper? God damn it. I forgot to repair it. Well, it's okay, because it's going to cost us more money in days, but... It's okay because we wouldn't be able to use it anyway. Okay. The Shadowhawk, if I can find where it is one potential. Downgrade this to the Trebuchet. If I can, again, find that. Oh, we have to paint the Trebuchet. That's so important. We have to stop everything we're doing and do it. All right, let's do the Centurion, which is usually the one we start with. Trebuchet. I'm not sure if there's anything else we need to paint. Particularly the fire starter, but that might not be around much longer. All right, Applejack. What do you look like with that? The Applejack is just really not all that exciting. I'm going to skip Buccaneer because it has pirate written on it. I don't like that. You know what? It doesn't do that with this mech. It only did that with the Thunderbolt. I mean, it has the skulls and stuff. Okay, I'm going to do Buccaneer on this one. I think this would look pretty cool. The red would turn into that tan that we use, and the white would turn, well, the tannish would turn more into a set white. But that would make the skull and crossbones and stuff pop a little bit more, so... This is going to look a little weird, though, with the tan. But we'll see in a second. We can always change it later, too. We don't have to go with this particular scheme. So how weird... Wait. Didn't I messed that up. I think I copied the wrong thing. Copy. All right, how weird does it look with the town? I guess it doesn't look too weird. I'm gonna go with it. I want to use that paint scheme eventually, so it's a good mech for it. Copy. Mech. Or set white. Okay. There we go. Looks nice, and it doesn't say pirate on it anywhere or anything like that. Okay, apply. Okie contracts. So where were we? This is turning into the Trebuchet. I can remember where it was on this list. There it is. Okay. We're still 25 tons overweight. So we're probably going to have to downgrade this quite a bit more than I am. I'm probably going to have to run the Centurion here. Or is it Centurion? Centurion. There it is. Okay. And then we're going to downgrade this. So our 30-ton mech would do it. But let's say we run... Oh. The Assassin we just downgraded. Okay. Oh, you know what? Actually, not repairing the Grasshopper gave us an opportunity. Do this. Perfect. Okay. Repair all. Start work. Start. Oh, I forgot to check pilots in that last system. Damn it. I keep forgetting to do that. Alright. We really should have done that. I guess I'll go back after this, maybe. So I'm not sure I want to do that high reward, that quest. I'm not sure I want to do that, because it's not going to be all that rewarding while the Koreans hate me. Okay, where were we? So the Assassin there. We still need to drop 20 tons. So we need a 35-ton mech. We'll go with the fire starter in this case. As a matter of fact, I'm going to switch it so the fire starter is here, the assassin is there. Perfect. Now the question is, who is the better pilot to pilot the assassin? Probably Stockton, because Stockton has better missile ability, which helps, but also is much better on the evasion, which this is a lighter, faster mech, so it makes sense. So Stockton, I think, is the better case here. So there we have it. The Centurion, fire starter, which isn't painted, but I'm not going to worry about it. The assassin and the trebuchet. All right, that's what we're going to have to run. I mean, you ready to? And then we'll look for better pilots and stuff.
Attention. Prepare for battle-like departure. Warning. Hangar doors open.
I don't like having to downgrade.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons
The tonnage
online.
and stuff. I was really liking
All
that
systems
grasshopper.
Phenomenal.
Our employer wants a selected number of buildings taken out. Intel provided by them can only give the general area they're located at. You'll have to recon the precise objectives on site. This area is heavily guarded, so watch out for hostile reinforcements.
Well, this at least gives an opportunity to give us some ballistic weapon skill, something we normally don't get a lot of.
Target acquired. Target
Got him.
destroyed.
That was a nice long-range shot. That one wasn't. Sometimes it's hard to anticipate the drop.
Got another one.
With...
Scratch that target off the list. I got it.
Okay, where are we at? We need to hang a left. Question is, how do we get there? Shit.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Okay.
My kill.
Not really sure how we cross over here. We need to cross over this way, but I just don't know the path yet. Maybe we can do that here?
Enemy eliminated.
Looks like there's a canyon in front of us. It's really hard to make out. The map is not all that helpful. It's like bright frickin' white. Can't really see where the mountain ranges and stuff are.
Target acquired.
Tango down.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, I have no idea where to go because I can't read the map. It is super white. I guess I'm just gonna go this way until we find a way through. This might be our path. It looks like we can make it down here.
Target down.
What just shot at me? Something in front of me. I see it now.
Target acquired.
With the shot.
Target down.
Acquired. Target destroyed.
Okay.
Good work, Commander. neutralized target. Target eliminated.
Oh, my arm's getting beat to hell. Oh. I'm used to the fact that this arm just falls off whenever it feels like. I'm just gonna ignore them. Hope my allies. Where the hell are my allies? I feel like one of my allies is stuck. God damn. Maybe it isn't, but... Is one of you gonna blow that up?
Target is down.
Okay, now we have to figure out how we're supposed to get to the next objective. Maybe we can hang a left here somewhere? I really don't know. Maybe there? I'm gonna aim my left arm towards the enemy. Yeah, this might be our way. I have a feeling we're gonna get hit some hard fighting once we get to the objective, so... I'm not sure how I'm gonna save this arm. I'm gonna try. Go get him, assassin. Oh, enemy coming at us.
Smash target.
Target destroyed.
God damn, they're hitting my arm. I want to see how much damage the trebuchet does, because it should do a lot, but that's really dependent on whether the AI feels like doing that much damage.
Target acquired.
Die already!
Objective down.
Alright, we need to get out of here.
All objectives destroyed. We are inbound on marked evac point.
Oh, we gotta go
Get
this
here
way.
as quickly as you can, Commander.
Okay. So yeah, I'm really curious to how effective the trebuchet has been.
Enemy eliminated.
Okay. Alright, we made it. Centurion took some pretty bad beating, but in the end we get out. We kept the arm. Ah, I missed the shot.
Stand by for pickup, Commander. Welcome home.
Kind of a long shot. I mean, not long distance, just... Alright, successful mission, but I have a feeling the damage we took is going to be a little too much. I don't know if my allies took much damage, though. We'll find out. Okay, salvage. I'm going to take the other M10s because they're less shares. Probably should take the AC5s, though, because they're worth a decent amount. we're more than likely going to sell those. That's that. So total payout was 693,310. We did take less damage than the damage coverage, so that worked out. And our salvage value is 1.2 million, which you guys can probably see. All right, continue. I only took 82 damage despite the fact that our arm almost was lost. Wow, the trebuchet did almost nothing. 85 damage, like seriously? The assassin did quite well, but I am very confused at how this trebuchet did so badly. I can't fathom that. All right. I mean, there was a period of time where he was like way behind the rest of the group, but how do you only do 85 damage? The Firestarter did a better job than that by a good margin. That worries me. This worries me a lot. Now, we were not facing a lot of heavier mechs, and maybe that was part of the problem. But this really worries me. We'll have to see how it goes, but... Okay. Let me take a look at where we're going to end up. The first things first, market. Equipment in my inventory. We have those LRM-10s we could sell. And then the AC-5s. We have 9 of them. I'm going to sell 4. Okay. Alright. The game plan was to go to Ronald. I think I've changed that game plan because I forgot to look for pilots. So I'm actually going to jump back here. And we may go and do the mission in Angle or Thibault or one of these other ones. But yeah, it's kind of my mistake. So... because we definitely had the money to hire them. In the past, I've been kind of not looking at it as much because we didn't have very much money, but now we have a ton of money. Well, not a ton, but we have enough. Oh, there isn't any pilots to hire. I wonder why. We went to an industrial zone. Well, I guess we might as well go over to Hessen then, if we're going to go that far out of our way. Nothing really jumping out at me in the market. I mean, there's a quick drop, but I'm not really all that excited for that. Let's take a look at the equipment. So we have a high-quality AC-5. We don't really use AC-5s on any of the mechs that we have right now, so... I don't know. The medium laser is a definite pickup. Oh wait, this is my own inventory. I mean, we've been in the system, so nothing's going to really jump out at me. Okay. Let me just do the repairs we know we have to do. Now, I did see there was a level 2 medium laser, so... or tier 2. We could upgrade the Grasshopper or the Thunderbolt. Probably a good idea to keep upgrading the Thunderbolt, because we don't know if we're going to use the Grasshopper again. We just don't. It was just that one contract, really, we were allowed to. So, here's going to be a simple repair. 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 So I think the Thunderbolt's going to be the one we added here. So I'm going to go ahead and just replace another one of these lasers with the quality 2 one. Okay. Better work. Alright, so there were no pilots here. We could go to here. There's a rare mech here. There's a hero mech there. I'm not sure I want to buy mechs necessarily right now. I just want to buy... I want to hire pilots. So I'm going to go ahead and travel here. And there better be some damn pilots. Yeah, but I totally forgot to look last time, so we kind of wasted time here.
You looking for a dedicated...
There we go. These guys all suck. Except for Captain Griffith here. Yeah, The only problem is weapon skill-wise, Captain Griffith is not very good. Captain Griffith is much better from a defensive standpoint. Unfortunately, his most of his skill is in evasion rather than damage reduction. Still going to probably be better than some of our other pilots. Like if we take a look at Stockton, for example, probably just a straight-up upgrade over Stockton. I mean, it's...
You looking for a dedicated gunner?
Like Griffith is 443 versus 525. I mean, that's kind of arguable there. In here would be the main area of improvement, I think.
You looking for a dedicated gunner?
I don't know if this is I don't know if this is enough of an improvement to really justify hiring the guy. I really don't. And these other people just suck. I still think we're at a point where we're just not getting skilled pilots.
Ready, Commander.
Like all Capellans, Captain Griffith was raised to revere and admire the brave Liao MechWarriors. Over the years, however, his bright-eyed idealism was replaced with a world-weary cynicism. He chose to become a gun for hire instead of a Confederation hero. Captain Griffith is slowly notching kills as his minutes on the battlefield begin to steadily rise. He tries not to probably think of all the damage he's caused over the course of his mercenary career. I think this guy's cap is too low. I don't think evasion is as high of a priority, especially in the late game. Increases the chance of avoiding enemy fire. Is that dependent on how fast your mech is? Because if we're running heavier mechs that aren't all that fast, this is completely pointless. Yeah, these pilots I cannot justify. The only thing that would really justify it is if we had pilot injuries, but we've never had one. Not even one. So, I mean, if we had pilot injuries, then yeah, it would be easier to justify this guy. I'm gonna hire him anyway, screw it. I don't know if I'd ever use him.
You looking for a dedicated gunner?
But he's not terrible, I guess. He kind of is. Alright. So we wasted our time looking for pilots. We already kind of decided we didn't want to do this. So I guess we start heading towards this. I could go to Kansu and look if there's anybody there. I mean, why not, right? Let's go to the market first, though. This is a blackjack, a crab, and a Jagermech. No, I don't think we're going to take that. We already have a crab. So, move on. This variant of the blackjack again. We keep seeing this. Alright, I'm going to go here, and then maybe we go to Hamal. What's the rating here, reputation rating? It's a 6. That's also a 6. Okay. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to look for a little bit more pilots. We may end up firing one. Refugee hideout. You saw that on the map? Let me look. I'll look at it, Leo. Thank you for pointing it out. I missed it. Refugee hideout. Can you give me an idea where you saw that? Because I don't even know where to look. Where you entered the previous system, it popped up on the screen. Oh. Hmm. You entered the previous system, it popped up on the screen.
Won't let you down, Commander.
Maybe.
I've trained for
I don't
this.
know. I'm not going to go back there, unfortunately, now. Yeah. It may be important. Maybe it made it more likely that we'd find pilots or something. I don't know. Yeah, see, this pilot is pretty much on the same level as Captain Griffith. It's just slightly less cap. It's more a matter of like where the cap is, right? So
Won't let you down, Commander.
I hope your techs know their stuff. I'll be watching.
so not as good here. I've seemingly better here. Weapons are about the same, although I think he was 44133, so seems like his heat efficiency is
I
better.
hope your techs know their
Yeah, by a
stuff.
good
I'll be
margin.
watching.
I mean, he's not there yet. He'd need more experience, but I think Captain Griffith is better than
I hope
her.
your techs know their stuff. I'll be watching.
And then the rest of these people are just garbage. Yep, alright. We looked, and they weren't much better. So, I'm gonna go over to this system, and then we'll look maybe to start heading over to where our overall... That's a very interesting... Can we go to Terra? This should be a Comstar-held system. And I don't know if they have reputation or anything, but I'm very curious what would be there. Alright, yeah, I think at this point...
I hope your techs know their stuff. I'll be watching.
that repeated line. We are all good on our mechs. I think we do one contract and then we head towards our overall objective over here. So either assassinate or our multiple mission operation. So let me travel here. Depending on how this goes, I might even do more than one contract if we have the mechs to do it. If they only gave us 175 tons of drop weight, it's kind of hard for us at this point to do that back to back without... Okay, so the trader shows back up again. We're not really interested. Long repair time here. We have to be careful of that.